2024 has been about violence. 2024 has been about setting the record straight. Come on. 2024, we off to a hell of a start. It's March, man. It's March Madness. It's March Madness, you guys. I'm your guy, Tone DeShields II. You guys are locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Come on now. I got so much to talk about today, man. I got so much emotion flying high. Today is Friday. We're going to have about an hour and a half live chat. We're going to have about an hour and a half live stream, you know. And I know some of y'all, when y'all saw the thumbnail, y'all probably was like, huh? Make it make sense, Tone, huh? Huh? You know, I can only imagine how confused y'all was when y'all saw that thumbnail. And y'all sitting here asking yourselves, what the hell Tone gonna talk about today? What's the correlation? Kendrick is a legend. Kendrick is a veteran. Jalen Hurts ain't accomplished nothing. I know y'all gonna talk about that. I get that. Jalen Hurts new to this. Kendrick Lamar true to this. I understand that. I understand y'all don't see the correlation right away. But here's what I need to get across first and foremost. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hey, Mac Main. I'll bless you. But again, I understand that at face value, y'all don't see the correlation. I get it. But let me try to get you there, right? Let me see if you can see it my way. Okay? Again, make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell as well. The content can't move without the like button. The content can't move without the subscriptions. But nonetheless, let's just get right into it. Let's just hop right into the nitty-gritty here. Because again, I know at face value, y'all don't see the correlation. What does Jalen Hurts and Kendrick Lamar have in common? Kendrick Lamar has all the accolades and he's a rap god. He's been doing this forever. Jalen Hurts, 5-year pro, still has so much left to prove. Came close to the mountaintop, but now has to make that steep climb back. But both of these gentlemen are humble dogs. But last time I checked, a humble dog still bites. Jalen Hurts don't do too much talking. He don't do too much rah-rah. Kendrick Lamar, he don't do too much talking. He don't do too much rah-rah. But Kendrick Lamar chose 2024 to kill. Hasn't that been the theme of 2024? Kill everybody and take no prisoners. Just ask Cat Williams. Just ask Cat. Cat chose violence in 2024. I love the tone that 2024 is setting. I love the energy that we have in 2024. I love it. So what I'm trying to get across to you guys is Jalen Hurts has to pick it up. Jalen Hurts has to follow suit. Cat Williams chose violence. Do y'all see the warpath that Cat Williams left in his wake? Do you see the warpath that Kendrick Lamar left in a matter of 24 hours? Not even 24 hours. what, 12 hours? The album came out, the Metro album came out at midnight. So it's 1:53 y'all time. If you're on the East Coast, 12:53 if you're in the Central Time like me. Dan Quan. Cat Williams ran a 4.9 at 52 years old. That's crazy. But again, shout out to my man Mac Man with the $9.99 super chat. Salute, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mac Man. But again, 2024 is all about setting the record straight. Is it not? 2024 is about setting the record straight. Kendrick Lamar said, my temperament bipolar. I choose violence. Jalen Hurts, in 2024, you have to choose violence. You have to choose violence. We talked about this yesterday. This is war. This is the wild, wild west. This is the jungle. Only the strong will survive. This is the NFL. You got quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. You got guys in this league like Justin Herbert and Russell Wilson and CJ Stroud on your heels. You got Deshaun Watson trying to resurge his career. You got so many quarterbacks at the top of their craft. Jordan Love is coming. He's here. Brock Purdy, he's here. Tua, he's here. Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, they're here. Jalen Hurts in 2024. Dak Prescott, say what you want about him. He's here. Jalen Hurts in 2024, my brother, you have to choose violence. I'm sorry. I woke up on one. When I heard that Kendrick verse, I lost my mind. Listen. Forget your personal feelings. Again, shout out to my man Mac Man with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, Mac Man. I really do appreciate you. But listen, forget your personal opinion about whatever quarterback you like or dislike. Forget your personal opinion. Forget your personal opinion. Forget it. This is about what can potentially happen. This is about the doors you must knock down. This is about the demons, the dragons you got to slay to get to the top of the mountain. Are all dragons created equal? No. But every dragon must be slayed. Jalen Hurts must choose violence. You think Kendrick care how many records Drake sold? You think Kendrick care that J. Cole been on a run? Kendrick don't give a damn. He choosing violence in 2024. Y'all see how they talk about Kendrick because he dropped music when he won? But when he dropped, everybody go silent. Kendrick don't do too much talking. Jalen Hurts, he don't do too much talking. He let the game speak for itself. And that's the kind of time Jalen Hurts got to be on. We ain't got time for the buddy. We ain't got time for dapping it up and clicking up. It's time to choose violence in 2024. However how you feel, right? If you feel Jalen Hurts is mid, if you feel like Jalen Hurts is average, if you feel like Jalen Hurts is not that guy, if you feel like Jalen Hurts is that guy, and you're an Eagles fan, no matter what, guess what? You saying to yourself is this. Regardless of how you feel about Jalen Hurts, you know one thing for sure. Jalen Hurts must choose violence in 2024. Does he not? Does he not? Now ain't the time to be humble. Now not the time to be calm, cool, collected. When you smell blood in the water, you gotta pounce. I understand that I come with a lot of energy here. I understand that. And don't think I forgot about y'all, right? It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? I want to get y'all thoughts. We are definitely doing a call-in today. We are definitely doing a call-in today. So I want you guys to be ready. I didn't forget about y'all. We are definitely doing a call-in because I need to get y'all perspective. I need to hear how y'all carrying it. Kyle, I got you. Kyle Kokorski, my man. Welcome to the show, my friend. It's always good to see you. I understand the defense is a conversation, but that's not what we're talking about right now, Kyle. I get it. I get it, Kyle. I don't think I'm dismissing you, but that's not what we're talking about today, Kyle. We're talking about that offense. We're talking about how Jalen Hurts must channel his inner Kendrick Lamar. If you don't know what song I'm talking about, Kendrick Lamar dropped, Metro Boomin and Future dropped an album last night. Kendrick Lamar is on the album. There's a song called Like That featuring Kendrick Lamar. And all my old heads, you may not know what I'm talking about. My OGs, if you're not really tapped in, you might not know what I'm talking about. But all I'm trying to say is Jalen Hurts has to choose violence. 2024 is all about choosing to set the record straight. Even if you don't know what I'm talking about, the fact of the matter is, y'all know what I mean when I say it's time to set the record straight in 2024. I don't care how you feel about Jalen Hurts. But one thing we all can agree on, that brother better come with the heat. He needs to come with the heat. And like I said, you guys, we got 19 people tuning in on Twitter. We got 54 people tuning in on the YouTube side. We're doing a call-in today. Fitness Warrior. You know what I'm talking about. It's not about the big three. It's the big me. That's the kind of mindset Jalen Hurts has to have. That everybody is food and anybody can get it. Shout out to one of my favorite Instagram follows, Trey9. I follow this dude on Instagram called Trey9. Boy got some of the best like conversation pieces I ever heard in my life, man. Dan Quan, he in the lab, no more distractions. Facts. Prince Swayze, Prince outlived Mike Jack, you heard? I got you. I understand the defense. I get that. I get the defense. I get that, you guys. I get it. We're not disputing that. I want you guys to feel me on that. We're not disputing that. When I do the call-ins, you guys can tap into that. I'm not disputing the defense. I'm with y'all. The defense got to step their weight up. I'm not disputing it. I promise you I'm not. But all I'm trying to get across is that Jalen Hurts is the catalyst. Jalen Hurts is the engine. You feel what I'm saying? And wherever he goes, this team must follow. They must follow. And the competition is out there. Kendrick taking shots, but J. Cole and Drake, they still out there though. So Jalen Hurts, as much faith as I have in you, you still got to slay the big dogs. You feel what I'm saying? I got all the faith in the world in Jalen Hurts. I got all the faith in the world, but he need to choose violence. He need to go on that football field and let them know that I will not be denied what I'm owed. By the way, J. Cole is fire. That's my man. I don't want y'all to get it misconstrued here. I love J. Cole, man. I like Drake too, but Kendrick is my number one. Kendrick Lamar is my number one guy. He's been that since I've been in high school. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar had his foot on their neck since high school. Mac Main, absolutely. The work ain't done. Peace was never an option. We Philadelphia Eagles fans, damn it. Since when was peace ever an option? We not here for friendships. We not here for camaraderie. We here for blood. We here for war. We trying to win a Super Bowl. We got the offense to do that. Defense, they got questions to answer. Absolutely. They got questions to answer on defense. Absolutely. But on offense, that's a Super Bowl caliber offense. The defense is not going to be perfect, but damn, can they be competent so Jalen Hurts can bada bing, bada boom? You feel me? Brian Biden, you know what time it is. Destroy everything. Destroy everything. Kyle Kokorski says, Tone, if the Cardinals offered the Eagles the 4th overall pick for A.J. Brown, would you do it? What? I can't even answer that because that's not even realistic, Kyle. Crawley, right? Like that's it's like, yeah, but that's not even remotely realistic. Crawley. So I'm with you on that. Like it's like I hear you, but the Cardinals would never do that. You know? So I want you guys to keep it locked because I will be dropping the link because I need to hear your perspective about the Philadelphia Eagles. I promised you guys, and I will deliver, that Friday today would be a call-in show. We talked about that, did we not? We said today would be a call-in show. We spoke about it earlier in this week, and that's what we're going to do. But again, I just wanted to set the tone. Because at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts, they've been talking down on his name. They have. They've been talking down on his name. Regardless of how you feel about him, that's what they've been doing. They've been talking down on Jalen Hurts' name. To the point where you ask yourself, damn, it's almost like they was waiting for him to fall off. I think that's the corniest thing about it all. The fact that it seemed like people been waiting for him to fall off. That's the corniest thing about the whole Jalen Hurts character arc. That it feels like a lot of big people in big places been waiting for him to have a hiccup or a hitch in his game. Green Man Miller, thank you so much for the love, my man. I appreciate you even mentioning my name in the same breath as one of the Eagles greats, one of the Eagles goats, one of the Eagles content goats, and my man Lord Brunson. That's my guy, man. I ain't got nothing but love, nothing but positive words, nothing but words of affirmation for my guy Lord Brunson, man. Some of the best merch in the biz. By the way, I got a merchandise concept that I'm thinking about that I'm working on, and I'm thinking about dropping it. And I'm thinking about showing y'all what it may look like. I'm thinking about teasing y'all a little bit. today Friday, man. We letting loose. Like I said, today's going to be a call-in show. But I also want to give y'all a sneak peek of, I was up late last night, and I was just thinking about, damn, what can I drop for the people? But I kind of want to get y'all opinion first before I even put ink to cloth. You feel what I'm saying? I want to check the temperature of you guys first, right? I'll give y'all a quick sneak peek of what I'm thinking about dropping. You know what I'm saying? I'll give y'all a quick sneak peek because I love y'all and y'all my people. You know what I'm saying? We got 50 people on the YouTube side logged in. We got 25 people on the Twitter side logged in. I mean, do y'all want to see a sneak peek of it? I mean, I could wait. I mean, I just want to get y'all perspective. It's still something I'm thinking about. But I want to know if y'all just want to get a quick little sneak peek about what I'm thinking about dropping as far as merchandise. Okay, Cody said, yes, sir. Superior Gemini said, let's get it. Corey Allen said, I'll cop it, Tone. Drop that, John. Brian Biting says, give us a taste. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. All right, I'll show y'all real quick. All right. Now, remind you, I didn't put nothing on a shirt yet. It's just a graphic I kind of created myself. So I kind of want to just get a sense for how y'all feel about it. All right, let's see. Let me bring it up. All right, now this is I'm super zoomed in. So I'm about to zoom out, okay? I'm about to zoom out. I want to see how y'all feel. And again, be honest. Be honest. Be honest, okay? I'm going to zoom out and show you guys what it is. But I want y'all honest opinion. Don't lie to me. I don't want to drop no corny shit. So I want to get y'all perspective. If it's ass, tell me it's ass. I can take it. If it's ass, tell me it's ass. All right? I mean that. I need y'all to promise me that at the very least. If it's corny, it's corny. I'm gonna zoom out. Okay? Just give me a second. I'm gonna zoom out. All right. Be honest with me. Be honest. Is it Corey, you funny. Is it let me know. Is it corny? Is it solid? Like, just give me a you know what I'm saying? So it's solid. So fill it in with some green. Now what I want to do also. Okay, boy 90. I like that. Listen, I want honesty. Now, I want to show you some details here. Right? I want to show you some details. I did some research on Eagles, right? Eagles have, now y'all know, right? Listen, I did some research and I found out that humans at best we have 20/20 vision. But Eagles, they have what's called 25 vision. Eagles have 25 vision, meaning that whatever Meaning whatever we see from 5 feet away, they can see the same thing from 20 feet away. We got 20/20 vision. Eagles got 25 vision, which is unheard of. So that's one detail. Another detail right here, 400 PSI grip. I did some research on Eagles, and apparently Eagles have one of the strongest grip strengths in the world. As a matter of fact, an Eagle has a grip strength of 400 PSI. I'm okay. So y'all need more green in there. Got it. No worries. Okay. Y'all want some green in there. Okay, I got you. But yeah, Eagles have a 400 PSI grip. Those talons go hard. And then the last detail on the side right here, 10,000 feet altitude. Eagles can fly over 10,000 feet. It's about the little details, though. It's about the little details. This is why we are the apex predator. We fly higher than everybody else. We stronger than everybody else. We see further than everybody else. So, all right, let me add some green. Let me add some green. Let me add some more green. Hold on. Because, I want to get your perspective. That's all I wanted to do is get perspective. I just wanted to get perspective. But overall, I'll work on that, though. But overall, but I just want to make sure so far, so good. So far, so good. Just want to make sure we're on the right path here. And look, I'm not a graphic designer, by the way. That's not my trade. That's not what I specialize in at all. I don't specialize in graphic design whatsoever. That's not my trade. Not one bit. So I'm just playing around with stuff. Let me make that clear to you guys. I'm a talker. So graphic design and arts and crafts, that never been my trade per se. But we're on the right, Brian. We're on the right track. Okay. All right. Say less. All right, let's get into it here. Let's get into it. Yeah. But listen, like boy 1990. Bo 1990. Listen, they got 48 hours. They got 48 hours. They got 48 hours, man. Oh, when I was in college, I majored in communication studies. Mass media, radio, television, creative writing. So I majored in communication studies. I was a comm major. All right. What I'm about to do now, because I know it's Friday, and we spoke about this. Good morning, Sir Jam. We spoke about this, and I want to get y'all perspective right now on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, remind you, everybody is going to get 3 minutes. Okay? Everybody getting 3 minutes to talk they trash, to talk they ish. So I'm about to drop the link. Okay? I'm about to drop the link because I told y'all we was going to do a call-in. And that's what we're going to do here. It's Friday, so let's have some fun. And remember, keep it respectful. Just keep it respectful. That's all I ask. All right. Copy. All right, so the call-in link has been added. Okay, we hearing it. We here with it. I told y'all it's Friday, and I need to check the temperature with the people. I need to check the temperature. I've been doing all this talking for the past 2 weeks. I need to see where y'all at. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about. We could talk about whatever's on your mind when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. The link is up. We here with it. We could talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. It's Freaky Friday. Oh, come on, y'all. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy now. We here. I just want to pick your brain about y'all Eagles. Don't be shy now. We got 54 people in the live chat. Nobody got nothing to say today? All right. I just know one thing for sure. In 2024, Jalen Hurts got to be on Kendrick Lamar type of time. Jalen Hurts got to be on Cat Williams type of time. You feel what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts got to be on Kendrick type shit. You got to kill everything in front of you. You got to come for blood. If they talking down on your name, you got to prove them wrong. Mac Main, you right. He got to be John Wick. He got to be in his John Wick bag. Brian says I'm a keyboard warrior. Listen, the call-in link is there. It's there. Hector says, do you think the Eagles are talking to Kelsey for one more year? Nah, I don't think so. I think Kelsey is pretty much done. Okay, we got some people. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's get this show popping, okay? So the first one that popped in the screen was my man Bo. Bo 1990, right? Got you. Okay, so let's get right into it, okay? Let's get down to business. My man Bo 1990 in the building. Bo 1990, welcome to the show, my man. Welcome to Chalking Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. My brother, tell them how you feeling, man. How you feeling about your Philadelphia Eagles right now after free agency? You know, Saquon Barkley, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Devin White. You know, I can go on and on. Bryce Huff. You know, I want to get your perspective on things right now, my man. Go ahead, let them know.
All right, so first of all, salute Howie getting CJ back. Best move. Second to Saquon. But I got a hot take. I think with CJ back, we see 22 James Bradbury, all pro. I think he's bouncing back, safety protection, and especially if we grab up another safety, maybe Simmons, I think JB bouncing back.
Okay. I like where you're going with that because a lot of people down bad on James Bradbury right now.
And I was too last year. I would have.
Me too. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yep.
But you know, I think it's one of those things where you say to yourself, okay, he had that all pro year, right, in 2022. And then 2023 was so bad. Was it just as simple as he didn't have a good safety behind him, or is it deeper than that?
I honestly, watching all 22, watching the games, Reed was a liability over the top. So maybe that played into Bradbury's head. I'm not confident with the safety on my side. So, and I like Reed. I just don't think he's a good fit for the deep ball situations. See, the amount of times he got beat over the top, he's just not fast enough. Maybe we bring him up to the line a little bit, outside linebacker, send him on a few blitzes or something. But that safety spot, I don't think that's a good fit for him, to be honest.
I think I agree with you. I like Reed, like you, right? And I was high on him earlier on because undrafted guy, underdog. His first game as a pro, he intercepted Aaron Rodgers. So you kind of you want the best for him, right?
Right.
But then you watching him all of 2023, and you say to yourself, his limitations are showing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think I'm going to have to agree with you, right? He may be more suited being that box safety, playing closer to the line of scrimmage. Let me ask you this, but again, I like that perspective about CJ with him coming back. What's your biggest concern with CJ
Maybe injuries, because he missed a few games with us last year or a couple years ago.
Right.
Then the injury with Detroit, he missed most of the year. So that's my biggest concern. I don't think I'm concerned with his play necessarily because, he came back in that game versus the Bucks last year, picked off Baker. They just fell short. Dumbass coach, Coach lost that for them.
Yeah.
I was rooting for CJ to get back to the Super Bowl. Even though we let him go, I would rather have seen Detroit there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. And it's, obviously, good thing we saw the 49ers lose in the worst way possible. We know what that's like, right? But I think you bring up a good point though, right? When it comes to CJ, we don't talk about his skill set. We know he's gonna bring that dog. We know he's gonna bring that edge. He's gonna bring that swagger. But can he stay healthy? That's the biggest thing, right? All right, I want to ask you another question real quick before I move on to our next person here, man. Again, I appreciate you both for always liking in on the content, always hitting that like button. I'm glad you subscribed, my brother. I appreciate you for always showing love. Let me ask you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talk about the defense all the time, and we know the defense got its questions. We know the defense got their questions, right? We know, and I get it, and I'm never going to deny it. But at the same time, when I'm starting the show saying, look, Jalen Hurts, he has no other option but to choose violence. He has no other option but to come back and prove all the doubters wrong. So I want to know where do you stand with Jalen Hurts today? What's your perspective on Jalen Hurts as a player? What's your perspective on what you see from him in 2024? Just give me your overall thoughts on Jalen Hurts and what his mentality has to be coming into the 2024 season, being a fifth-year pro but a fourth-year starter.
Yeah, I'm behind Jalen 100%. That's my quarterback one. I know he's gonna get most of the blame for what happened last year, but if you watch football, you understand it. You see a lot of that wasn't really on him. The game plan wasn't there. The receivers not running to the right spots on the field. Some of those, interceptions, yeah, that might have been on him, but he got to eat those as a quarterback. But the only thing I want to see out of Jalen is a little bit more passion when he hit the sidelines. If we get off the field, we got a punt. I want to see Jalen going to my defense saying, "Hey, y'all get the ball back for me, so I can put some points on the board." I need him to go to lineman. My ladder might let somebody get past him. I want him to, grab my ladder when they get back to the sideline. Hey, tighten up, bro.
So you want a bit of a larger presence from Jalen Hurts.
Right.
I can respect that. Because go ahead.
First couple years, the thing I didn't like about Jalen is when the camera would pan to him on the sideline, you just get the
he just looked too chill, right? Just too calm.
I need more emotion out of him, man. I know he's capable. He got the skill set. Everybody saying he can't read defenses. I think he can read defense. I just think last year, whether it was Brian Johnson calling the plays, whether it was Nick, it just wasn't the right plan.
I agree.
And I've been following you since Jacob.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Seals. A lot of times y'all said, well, it came up. Well, you know, Jalen should be able to get to the line and change these plays. That's another thing I want to see him do. Call some audibles. Get in your Aaron Rodgers back. You know, move somebody around. You don't like something you see, and let's stop just. I know AJ a dog. Let's just stop looking at AJ every time. We got Saquon now. I mean, we had Swift last year. I think Swift can do the same thing Saquon can do, but that offensive plan wasn't there. I think what's my man name? Kellen Moore. I think he go dial some up this year.
Okay.
I want to see Hurts under center more. I don't need to see him in the shotgun every time.
Yeah, right. He live in the shotgun.
And let's get this thing rolling, man.
Hey, Bo, listen, I couldn't have said it best, man. Like, I really appreciate you for for being our first call in a while, my brother. Keep being you, keep supporting the content. I appreciate the love you always provide, man. Look, one thing, if I can leave you with anything, right? If I can leave you with anything, I don't know what you're going through. You may not be going through nothing. You may be going through something. You may everything may be going perfect for you lately. Everything may not be, but let me tell you this, right? Regardless of what it is, my brother, keep taking that step forward. And this is me just putting energy out there, right? I don't know your life, bro. But this is me just putting energy out there, right? I want you to keep being yourself, bro. Keep putting the energy out there. Understand that you can just keep being the best man that you can be for your family, my brother. And everything else gonna follow suit. So, Bo, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for always liking on the content. And next time we do a call in, I better see you, big dog. I better see you.
Good work, Tone. Keep it up. And I just want to say, Kendrick Lamar blessed us on Good Friday.
Let's share it. Let's go. Let's go. Bo, I appreciate you, my brother. You take care, all right?
All right, man. You too, Sloop.
Yes, sir. All right, man. That was our man, Bo 1990. Shout out to him, man. I appreciate him for locking on the content. So we're gonna keep it going, right? Next up, we got a lovely lady coming on to give us her amazing perspective on the Philadelphia Eagles' current situation in the off season. So without further ado, let's bring up our girl T's views. T, what's going on?
Hey, hello, Tone. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much, sister, for taking the time out to come onto the show. Thank you for being bold. Thank you for being beautiful. So let's get right into it, okay?
Thank you.
Now listen to this. You know, I want to ask you this straight up. Let's just kind of peel the band-aid off. Where are you right now? It's Friday, March 22nd. Where are you today on the Philadelphia Eagles? What's your overall perspective? What's your overall feelings?
Well, my overall feelings is that I think Howie, I think from what happened last season, I think he took a step back, and I think he got a little bit humble with not trying to bring in linebackers, safeties, and he saw what that did to our season because he built up the offense, but he failed to build up the defense, and he just overlooked the safety position, the linebacker position, and then that cost us that season. I think a lot happened in the defense and not bringing in experienced coaches. I think that hurt us a lot. But I think this offseason, he's doing a good job so far. On paper, I think we can take it. You know, we can take it all again. You know, this remind me of our 2022 season and our 2017 season. When you look at the overall team, you can say, okay, we can compete against any team in the NFL, and I think that's good.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, T. You know, a lot of people, you know, he has some big name signings, obviously Saquon and Bryce Huff, the big money guys. But then you have to look at the back end of the roster. You know, the same attention you pay to the top of your roster, you got to pay the same attention to the backside of your roster. And I think that was something that was really hurting the Eagles. They didn't really have any depth, in key areas when they really needed it, right? So, when it comes to the guys they brought in, like Paris Campbell and Devontae Parker and the Zach Bond, all the lesser guys, right? When you think about the Eagles roster depth, how do you feel about it today?
I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty confident about it. What do you mean on the defensive side or just overall?
Just
Sorry.
overall, just the okay, I'll put it to you this way. Every player outside of your starters, right? Not including your
Mm-hmm.
starters. How do you feel
Mm-hmm.
about the Philadelphia Eagles?
I feel good about them right now. As I said, I think Howie has hit the ground running. As soon as the off season started, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. He knew
Mm,
exactly the pieces to add, and I can actually right now I can give him an A. I
okay.
think he's doing a very, very good job right now. I'm not usually a Howie Roseman fan, but because I think
Really?
I think he has a lot of ego. Yeah, I
I agree
do.
with you.
I think he
I
has
agree
a
with that.
lot of ego, and I think his ego sometimes get in the way of looking at what the team really needs.
Mm,
I think he has the right idea, but most of the time I think it's ego. So because I think once he came out of that broom closet and then we won the Super Bowl, he was like,
right.
"Oh, I can put anyone on this team and I could just put pieces together and it will work." But not all the time, some puzzles if you don't you have to get the right pieces to a puzzle for it to
Right.
come together. And I
I
think
like that.
what he was doing wrong is getting guys on 1 year deals. I think when a person is on a 1 year deal, they're not going to give you their all because they don't want to get injured because they know how we may not sign them the next year. So why would I give you
Mm.
my all? I'm going to hold back. I'm not going to hit the ground running and give you everything. And as you said, balls to the wall.
But
Right?
here's the thing though, right? I understand your perspective on the 1 year deal, but also it can work both ways, right?
Yeah.
Either guys get tight on the 1 year deal because they don't want to get hurt, or they say to themselves, "This may be my last shot to get more money. I gotta go all out." So
Right.
it could go both ways. Now I'm curious about this. Devontae Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy that we love in this city. But I gotta ask you, do you think the Philadelphia Eagles are making his contract extension a priority for this offseason? Or do you think they're going to get it done during the season? Or do you think they're going to wait until after the season is over?
He has a 5th year option, right? And when is his
He,
5th year
yep.
option?
He
Next year?
has the fifth year option. They have up until I believe May 1st or May 5th to pick it up.
I think they'll pick it up. Howie has money. I think they'll pick it up
Yeah.
because you don't want him going into the season unless they already talked to him and he's waiting to see what these other receivers will get. Maybe like, these other top wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can, put a deal together for him. But I think they should do it sooner than later because you don't want him upset, thinking that they took care of everyone else on the team and he's
Mm.
just there lingering. He's a very good teammate, very humble guy, and he's a star. So I would love to see them extend him this year, but who knows?
No, I agree with you. I think they are going to pick up the 5th year option if they don't get it done by that date.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, though, I think they are going to find a way to get him his money. Final question before we get you out of here, T. Once again, I
Okay.
appreciate you so much for supporting the show, for supporting me, and just always locking in and always hitting that like button. Also, by the way, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
what's your YouTube handle? Because I want to make sure I know to see you when I see you in here. What's your YouTube handle when you in the live chat?
I don't know. I'm not really a. I just go onto YouTube and watch. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
Oh, okay. Got you.
It's
Got you. So
just these views, yeah.
got you. Got you. Got you. No problem. Totally understand. So, real quick, final question. Final question, T. Haason Reddick, right? We all know that's that's kind of the pin that we're all waiting to drop right now. What's your thoughts on the Haason Reddick situation? Do you think they ultimately work something out and he ends up on and he stays on the Philadelphia Eagles at least for this season, or do you think he's going to be drafted by draft night or even before?
I think they should keep him. He's right now. You can't give you can't give away sure for unsure. Okay, so
Mm.
you're
I'll
once
say that
Hassan Reddick
again.
came to
I
the
like that. I like that perspective. Can you say that one more time? I like
well,
that
you
perspective.
can't give. I'm Jamaican, so in our household, and in our culture, we always said you can't give sure. You can't give away sure for unsure
I like
because
that.
if you're sure of something already, why would you give it up to say, okay, then let me see what this other guy have? The 2 years that he's been with us, the 2 seasons, he has given his all. Okay, last year I think they messed up his pass rushing numbers because I think Howie wanted to lowball him. That's just my opinion on it. When they
Oh,
started dropping him back in coverage, because he ended the season with what, 11? I think he could have gotten at least 4 more sacks. He was on a roll. He started late. Remember that.
that's
Remember,
true.
because of the thumb injury, he didn't start getting sacks until like
Like week
week
five,
seven, week
six, seven.
eight.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it
See?
was. You're
So
right.
think
You're right.
about that. And within that small span of time, he racked up 11 sacks,
He had
more
11
than
sacks in
everybody
10
else that
games.
was playing all season, right? So
Boy,
you think about that. I think they started dropping him back in coverage, so it messes up his sack numbers. So now when he goes to the table to negotiate, how we could say, well, you didn't perform the way you did last year, so blah blah blah. But I
mm.
think he's worth every penny. I think he's worth every penny that he's asking for. I also think that he should I think about 22 mil a year should do for him. If he wants more than
About
that,
22.
I think 22 should be good for him. And I think they should pay him because you don't know. Josh Sweat is a little bit slow. He's good, but because of the knee injury, I think that holds him back a lot. And guys know how to stop him. You know, teams know how to stop Josh Sweat. But Hassan Reddick, when you put him on that edge, they can't stop him. He's a beast. He's gonna get his. He's gonna eat at least 1 sack a game. You know that, and he's gonna show up in the clutch. So
Hey,
Howie needs to do right by, Howie needs to start doing right by people that do right for the Eagles. We had some good players, and excuse my French, we ished on them, and now they're with other teams and they're doing well. And I think we should take care of our own, and pay people. It's like giving up a good player. I heard someone earlier. I was walking my dog, so I couldn't comment.
right,
Ask
right.
you if you think the Cardinals would
Oh yeah, trade AJ,
trade
trade
for AJ Brown. Why would you do that? These players that are coming out the draft, you don't know what they're gonna do. You can give up. I would rather take a player that I know is good. I would
Mm,
trade him for another player that's good,
right, right.
but not for a draft pick because these draft pick you can get the fourth overall draft pick and you put him on the team and he can't live up to the NFL. He can't play up to the NFL level. So now you lose AJ Brown. That's a sure thing. Again, never give up sure for unsure.
Hey,
Okay,
I
so
like that.
yeah, so
I like
that's me.
that
I
a lot.
think Hassan Reddick should stay in Philly. He's our own, and he loves this city. He plays his heart out every game, and I think he should stay. That's my
T,
thing. And
I
yeah.
couldn't have I couldn't have laid that out any better. I mean, don't sacrifice sure for unsure. That might be the quote of the day, y'all, for real. Don't
Yeah,
sacrifice sure for unsure. T,
definitely.
I
Definitely.
appreciate you so much for
You're
supporting the
right,
show.
Tone.
I appreciate you for liking the content as always. Always stay engaged. You know, the content is going to keep on flowing. Sister, I really appreciate all the love you provide. Thank you so much, okay?
Okay, and thank you for having me on. And I wish your show. You said you was doing it before, and now you're doing it again. I
Yeah.
wish it all the best and all the success. It's good to see that. I like dances, and everything, and I'm over there too. Well, I'm with you now over this side, but yeah, it's good to hear your perspective on the game and and giving your
Thank you.
take on the game in a different way. And I
Thank
wish
you.
you all the success.
Thank
All
you, T.
right.
I appreciate you so
Okay.
much. Okay, you take care. You
Thank you,
enjoy the
and
rest
go
of your day.
birds.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Man, shout out to T, man. That was fire. That was fire. Real quick, Coach Corey, I got you up next. Let me hit these super chats first, and I got you, brother. So, Mac, shout out to my man Mac Main with the $4.99 super chat. He says Jalen Hurts got to clean up the turnovers, and he got to show more passion on the field, be a leader, and get in somebody's grill if they mess up, including coach. Hey, Mac Main, I can definitely use more energy from Jalen Hurts. I can understand. Like, I want Jalen Hurts to be him, but sometimes you got to evolve as a leader and you got to be able to take your leadership to the next level. And sometimes you got to do more talking than just being a passive leader, man, especially when you're getting paid $51 million. So, Mac Main, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, my brother. Means a lot to me. And then my guy Solomon Lord, real quick. Let me make sure my man Solomon Lord gets that compensation for donating to the channel. There we go. All right, so Solomon Lord, my brother, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. He says, just cuz I F with you, bro, boy. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Solomon, thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for always locking on the show, especially with the $9.99 super chat. Best believe it does not go unnoticed, my brother. So thank you, and always stay locked in. We always gonna bring that passion, that energy, and we always gonna bring that fire. So let me bring up my guy. Without further ado, he's been waiting patiently. And let me bring up the good brother, Coach Corey. Coach Corey,
Yo,
first
what
and
up,
foremost, welcome to the show, my brother. I appreciate you. Eagled up, I love it. So let's just get right into the nitty-gritty, my brother. So let's just start from the top. What's your overall perspective and your thoughts on the Philadelphia Eagles as of March 22nd? Thinking about free agency, everything that's to come, the draft, how things went last season, how things could go in the upcoming season, the coaching changes. Just give me your overall perspective right now of the Philadelphia Eagles situation.
That's a lot to dive into, Tone.
Hey, we got time, brother. We got time. The floor is yours.
No, I wish we had a lot more time. I got to go pick my son up from school in a few minutes, man.
Okay, got you. So let's hit it then. Let's hit it.
All right. So I still got questions for defense. I feel like yet again they didn't address linebacker. I mean, they technically addressed linebacker,
but not the way we wanted to, right?
Huh?
But not in the way that we wanted them to, right?
No, not in the way we wanted them to, man. You know, I respect the Saquon sign and give Jalen more weapons. That's fine. I mean, he had a lot of weapons last year. He didn't necessarily use all those weapons to the best of his ability either, just from what we saw on the field. So I don't know to add more.
That's fair.
You know, because I think maybe part of it was strategy. Maybe they told him, hey, when in doubt, throw the ball up to AJ. Maybe that's what happened. That's definitely what it looked like. It looked like playing football outside in the backyard with my friends at times. It didn't look consistent. I don't know that I necessarily blame Brian Johnson the way that everybody does, because Sirianni kept saying that was his offense. And that ugly-ass offense, pardon my language, that ugly offense.
You fine, brother. You fine. The floor is yours.
It was kind of like when he quit play calling the year before. It kind of looked the same to me before Shane stepped in and did his thing. And then the fact that they're retaining that dude, man, I'm not a fan of his. I know you see me comment a lot about him. So, I mean, I'm optimistic in the fact that Jalen has proven that through adversity, he'll go to the lab and he'll work harder. Took a step back last year. So we'll see. I'm on a wait and see. I'm not getting my hopes up too high, but I'm probably not as low as a lot of people are. I don't think we're doomed, but right. I'm not looking at it as like we're ready to go to the Super Bowl yet, man. I'm not, especially address linebacker. But maybe that'll happen via trade. Maybe Howie will pull a rabbit out of his hat, but he doesn't tend to care about linebackers. If he's shown me anything since he's been there up front, he really doesn't address the linebacker position, bro. So.
Yeah, no, I can respect that. It's funny you brought up the Saquon Barkley and the linebacker situation, because when we first signed Saquon, right? I don't know if he was in the live stream then when we first signed him, but I said, although I respect the move, because Howie probably said to himself, wow, our running game really took a hit this year versus 2022. And from a number standpoint, you can see that, right? But another person may say, well, you really didn't use DeAndre Swift. You could have used them better. So that's another argument, right? So like when you look at it from the perspective of the running game took a hit, you say to yourself, okay, all right, I can understand why you brought in Saquon. He's a more complete back. You're getting more than just a running back. But then when you think about the money side of it, you say to yourself, I would have loved to see you put that money on the defensive side. I would have loved that seeing you, I don't know, bring in a legitimate linebacker to kind of just quell the flames that by you not addressing that position has created. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely understand that perspective. That's been my perspective kind of all along, right? But, as the days go on, you settle into the decision and you say, you know what, it is what it is. He here now. So you're going to roll with it. But I think when it happened, like you, Corey, I said to myself, okay, it's cool, but I kind of wanted you to sign, I don't know, Patrick Queen or somebody. Put the money there. Like, I don't know. Just bring a legitimate linebacker. So let me ask you another question, Corey. I know you're on a short time window. I asked T about this. I want to get your perspective. The Haason Reddick situation has been a situation that's really been kind of boiling over. We kind of knew this was coming since last year, and the Eagles kind of tried to prepare for it by drafting Nolan Smith, thinking he would turn into a player, but he hasn't really done that yet. Granted, he didn't have the opportunity to do so, and I don't really put that on him. But nonetheless, they're behind schedule and kind of trying to phase Haason Reddick out and phase in a younger guy. Maybe Bryce Huff is their way of doing that. But when you think about the moves they made, they paid Bryce Huff. They gave Josh Sweat money up front. They brought back BG. And Haason Reddick is still trying to figure out where his money going to come from. Do you really think Haason Reddick is going to be playing for the Eagles in 2024, or do you think they're going to ultimately end up trading him by draft night?
I mean, personally, I hope so.
Hope so.
He's still a part of it because
okay. You hope he's still here.
Everything that went wrong last year, he's the one guy on defense that I looked at and said, you know, and Jalen Carter. Now he ran into the rookie wall and all of that, but man, Haas, he been doing this thing. He's been our best defensive player for 2 years. I feel like they disrespected him. Bringing in a guy to try to do what he does, who had one, decent season with limited snaps, but playing a limited role, but asking that guy to come in and be Haas, I don't think that guy's better than Haason Reddick. So I think getting rid of him would definitely be a mistake. As far as the money, I don't care about the money. It's not my money. That's Jeffrey Lurie's money. I just want to win the Super Bowl.
I respect that.
I respect that. With the money, the financial decisions, because they find ways to make money work and manipulate the cap in a way that no other team in the league does, right? But that's because we're awful at drafting. So the balance is that Howie's really good at the cap. You laughing, but you know that's real.
No, I know. It's just funny that you said that, like, because you're right. At the end of the day, I mean, he has not proven to be a consistent drafter, and his only hits are kind of like the ones that you kind of like say to yourself, "Duh," you know what I'm saying? Like
the no-brainers.
Now, yeah, the no-brainers. I will give him credit for the Landon Dickerson one because, from a talent perspective, he was supposed to be a first rounder, but people didn't look his way because of the injuries. So I kind of give him credit for kind of banking on that. That was cool. But overall, you're right. He's not a consistent drafter. And when you're not good at one thing, you got to make up for it in other ways. And he's very good with the money, very good in free agency, very good when it comes to evaluating the pro side of things. When it comes to the draft, that's not really his bread and butter. You said something really key though, right? The fact that they disrespected him. Elaborate on that. That's really interesting because
they owed him $1 million roster bonus. They kicked it down the curb till later. Man, get him his money. He earned it. He's already underpaid. He overplayed his contract. I mean, you giving out money to everywhere else. You go in and you go to not trade, but you sign basically somebody who you hope could do the things that he does. You hope
that's true.
That guy might get in there and be awful. You know what I mean? Like, so he's the proven commodity. He's given blood, sweat, and tears. Helped us. Without him, I don't know that we make it to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I don't know that we even get there. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. He wrecked the NFC Championship game. He wrecked it single-handedly,
man. And he's a game breaker. So for him to put everything out on the line like that, and for them to treat him the way they are, asking him, hey, go ahead and see if another team wants you, if somebody else want to pay you. Man, just pay the man. I'm not saying, he deserved, 25 or whatever. But again, I'm not counting other people's pockets. Right. I'm a fan. I just want to win. And I think Haason gives us a better chance to win than the dude they signed. Now, if you got both of them, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know, to try to get rid of them. And what are we going to get rid of them for? A draft pick? Do we trust Howie to draft talent? I don't.
That's a good point.
Just like the caller previous to me said, go with the proven commodity. Haason's a proven commodity. What do you got? 27 sacks, I think, in the last 2 seasons.
And listen, if you want to
4 straight years of double-digit sacks.
If you want to take it a step further, he had 19 and a half sacks last season, if you count the playoffs, and he had 11 sacks this year. So he's giving you 31. He give you essentially over 30 sacks over the course of 2 seasons.
And you replace him with a guy that just so happened to have 10 last year.
You bring up a good point. You bring up a very good point, Corey. I can't argue with that one. The fact of the matter is, I think this team is better with Haason Reddick. Personally, I want Haason Reddick on this team. But then I say to myself, based off the moves they made thus far, it doesn't seem likely. And that's the side, and that's what I'm always battling with personally, just as somebody that loves the game as a fan, but also that talks about it to the people, right? It's like, as much as I want this guy here, they're not showing me that that's going to be the case. So, final question before we get out of here, Coach. I appreciate you always for liking on the content. I appreciate you for staying loyal to the show and showing me love. I do not take that for granted, my brother.
Sure.
Final question, because I know you got to get out of here. Jalen Hurts, right? I started the show saying Jalen Hurts, he got to be on Cat Williams type of time. He got to be on Kendrick. He got to be on Kendrick Lamar type of time, right? He can't be out here he can't be passive. He got to come out for blood. He got to come back swinging. You know, he can't take no prisoners in 2024. In my humble opinion, I feel like there's been a lot of people that's been waiting for him to take that little step back or had that little hitch in his walk or that little hitch in his giddy up. I feel like a lot of people been waiting for him to really have a stumbling moment. So
some of them in this chat right now.
Of course, you know they are. They can't stay away for too long. They can't stay away. But Coach, I gotta ask you before we get you out of here, my brother. When it comes to Jalen Hurts, right? Do you think so far he's proven that he can be trusted to turn the corner and lead his team back to a Super Bowl and win one? What's your overall expectation for Jalen Hurts going into 2024?
Nah, because I've seen two different quarterbacks. I don't know which one he is yet. So I'm not sure. I've seen him play great at an elite level, and I've seen him play last year, which was mediocre at best. What he did last year. And we can talk about coaching and all those things. At the end of the day, players got to make plays. You still had Smitty, you still had Dallas Goedert, you still had AJ Brown. You still had Kelsey, you still had weapons. It's not like he's not had weapons the entire time he's been in Philly. He's had, if we could give Howie any credit for anything, he's made sure that Jalen's had some weapons.
That's true.
So, again, I'm not saying that he's trash, but I'm also not saying that he's great. He's shown that he can be both. So is he somewhere in the middle? Maybe, man. I'm kind of on the fence. I want to see. This year, he got to shut up and prove it.
I can respect that. Coach Corey.
Give me another good year. Closer to 22, or is it closer to 23?
Hey, listen, and we're gonna find out in 2024. My brother, Coach Corey, Thank you so much for showing love to the show, my man. Thank you for waiting patiently as well, man. Stay locked in. I love your perspective. Whenever I do a call-in show, bro, please don't be a stranger, okay? Truly. You brought some real energy. You brought a real Philly perspective to the building. So once again, brother, I really appreciate you. It's always love between me and you. I
got one more thing, Tom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
First off, thank you for the shout out, showing my business, promote my company, man. I appreciate that.
Yes,
second, that design is fire, man. I mean, go to the lab, work on it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And look, I'm not a graphic designer, so I'm just playing around with some tools. I ain't a graphic designer, but I appreciate the love.
I like it, man. I like it. I'm a definitely support.
Wait, your business, the one you own the gym, right?
I'm the gym owner. Yep, that's.
Yeah. See, I don't want no smoke with the push-ups. I'm good. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. But listen, man. Of course, it was always love, man. Whenever I can support another black man, for sure. Whenever I can support anybody, I want to definitely put that energy out there. So again, my brother, what I'll even do again, as a matter of fact, while I got you on here. What's the name of the gym again?
CFB Fitness and Nutrition.
CFB Fitness and Nutrition.
Yeah.
CFB Fitness and Nutrition.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what we're gonna do here? We're gonna promote it some more, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me bring this up. CFB Nutrition. There we go. So listen. Corey, let them know what it is, man. Let them know about CFB Nutrition. Let them know what you bring to the table. Let them know where they can find you, how they can connect with you. Just let them know.
My brick and mortar location is in York, PA. I also do virtual and remote coaching. I create customized fitness and nutrition plans for busy professionals.
Hey, listen, y'all hear what it is. So the bottom line is, if you're trying to get your body right, if you're trying to get nice and tight for the summertime, Corey gonna do that. He gonna connect you to the right people. He gonna make sure your fit is plan worked out. He gonna tell you what you need to eat. You know what I'm saying? And also, he gonna hold your ass accountable. Okay, so make sure you lock in with Coach Corey. Listen, the contact is right here: 717-874-9596 by phone. The email right here: help@cfbarmy.com. That's help@cfbarmy.com. And also check them out again in York, Pennsylvania. CFB Fitness and Nutrition at 721 North Hartley Street. 721 North Hartley Street in York, Pennsylvania, 17404. Corey, my brother, I appreciate the love, and you always can get it from me, my man. I appreciate you. You take care. Tell your son I said what's up, and let's go Birds.
Go Birds.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my man, Coach Corey, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to him, man. Listen, we having some fun today, man. It's all about spreading the love. Love don't cost a thing. Let's make that clear. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes people say, well, I ain't making no money, so I'm not promoting that person. Listen. I'm all about showing love. Especially when you bringing up it's a newer business or it's a family owned business, right? I'm definitely showing love to that. Got to. So, and that's anybody in this live chat. That's anybody. If you own a business and you doing good work, you know what I'm saying? And the energy is always going to be reciprocated. That's all I can do. That's all I can do, man. The energy is always going to be reciprocated. So, yeah, man. I really love what Bo had to say. I love what T's Views had to say. I love what my man Coach Corey had to say as well, my man. Like, look, see, this is the dope thing about this is another dope thing about having these call-ins, because you really get a sense for the people. You get a sense for what people are really feeling about this team. And that's the dope thing about doing this content thing. Also, real quick, Shane Hilton. I didn't forget about you, my brother. Shane Hilton with the $4.99. He gave me 2 $4.99 super chats, by the way. But I'm going to address them one at a time here. So shout out to my man Shane. Shane with the $4.99 super chat. He says this season strictly comes down to Jalen Hurts' ability to lead this team. He has a lot of talent. Egos. He has a lot of talent. Egos don't win Super Bowls. Got to keep everyone involved and happy. Absolutely. Absolutely. The bottom line is, although this defense is unproven, you look at that offense and you say, Jalen, you got everything you need. You got everything. That's why, the other day I said to you guys, look, I don't care about a new coach. I don't care about a new this, new that. Listen, you got the talent around you. You got the personnel around you. It's football at the end of the day. Isn't that rocket science? Pitch and catch. Put the ball in your playmakers' hands. Let them make a play. It's pitch and catch at this point. So I'm totally with you on shit. I'm totally with you on that, Shane. Hurts has to put up a monster season. He says if Hurts puts up a monster season with Moore, do you fire Stick Sirianni and promote Moore so Hurts has the same play caller in his ear for continuity? That's a good question, Shane. That's a good question, and it's a dangerous question. And by the way, you guys, that call-in link is still up there. The call-in link is still up there for you guys. So I don't want you guys to think that ended. That call-in, it's pinned to the top of the chat. So if you guys want to call in and get your perspective heard, you can definitely do that. But yeah, Shane, you're right. That's a hell of a question, because I've spoken about this on other platforms. My conspiracy theory is, if the Eagles start off slow, I wouldn't be surprised if they fire Nick and they elevate Kellen Moore as the interim, and then then when the season is over, they fully cement Kellen Moore as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. I wouldn't be surprised at that. That's my conspiracy theory hat. So Shane, I think you and I maybe, we're adjacent with our perspective, right? We're adjacent. We're not exactly in line, but we're adjacent. But here's another part too that we got to think about. If the Eagles do well, to your point, Shane, if Hurts balls out and they're winning, they can't justify firing Nick Sirianni, because if they're winning games, they can't justify it. You get what I'm saying? You get it? Like, if they're winning games, it's hard to justify firing them. That's the thing. When you're winning games, it's really hard to justify firing that coach. But Shane, thank you so much for both of your $4.99 super chats, my brother. I really appreciate the love. You guys are tremendous today. We're having a lot of fun. We got over 100 people on the live stream. We got 56 on the YouTube side. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Let's go on the like spree. And we also got 55 people on the Twitter side as well. All my Twitter people, if you could do me a favor, if it's not too much trouble, I don't know if you guys are driving, I don't know if you're working. I want to make sure I'm respectful of your situation. But all my people on the Twitter side, if you can hit the like button on the YouTube side, and then go back to your Twitter side. Where you're comfortable. I would appreciate that. It really helps the content grow. It really helps new people find the show as well. So make sure you guys smash that like button, and also make sure you guys are subscribed, and the notification bell has been hit as well. So again, the love is always felt from you beautiful people. Shout out to Shane with his $4.99 super chats. Let's just say he gave me a $10 super chat. Let's just say that he's donated to the channel back to back. Oh, he got me another one. Damn, Shane. Wow. Shane, first and foremost, my man, I appreciate you for continuing to donate to the channel. It means a lot to me. He says, so you let Moore go, get a head coaching job elsewhere, and your quarterback has a third play call in 3 years in a row, and we know for sure Nick can't call plays. It's just no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I want to make that clear, Shane. I'm not saying that. I'm with you, if I'm being honest. I'm over Nick Sirianni. I'm over it. It was a clown show. It was a clown show. Me personally, I'm over Nick Sirianni. That's just where I am, because he showed me his value last season, and he has none. He has none. He showed me his value last year, and it was damn near non-existent. All that rah-rah and that tough Tony talk don't win games. Coaching does. Having your players prepared does. And it's so fascinating to me, because I say to myself, well, this guy was voted by the NFLPA, by his players, as an A graded coach. They graded him with an A. So I'm confused. You feel me, Shane? Like I'm confused. The NFLPA, the players, they graded Nick Sirianni as an A head coach. But then when you see how they fell off a cliff in the second half of the season, and he couldn't get them back on track, it's like, hold on, wait. Y'all like him, but y'all couldn't play for him? Or y'all like him, but y'all couldn't get your head out of y'all asses? I don't understand. I struggle with it. So Shane, don't get me wrong, Kellen Moore, I believe, is a sharper offensive mind. I believe that. Mac Main says the players have to say that. What else are they going to say? He sucked. No. Remember, it's voting. It's anonymous votes. Mac Main, it's anonymous. They don't know where the votes are coming from. It's anonymous. Like, when in the NFLPA, when you turn in your vote, like, they're not saying where the votes come from. It's anonymous. So, like, I don't want you to think that they're being forced to vote how they're, like, it's anonymous. They can't prove who voted what. And for them to come off that kind of season and they voted him an A, like it wasn't even a B or a B minus or a C plus. They graded him at an A. So Shane, I want the best people around Jalen Hurts. Let me make that clear. I want the best people around him. So I'm not trying to justify Nick staying here. I'm just telling you what I think they're going to be thinking. And also, I think the reason he's really here is because of the fact that they don't want to go through a head coaching turnstile. They don't want to become that team. Mac Main. And also, Shane, once again, thank you for your $4.99 super chat, bro. You donated $15 to the channel, my brother. I don't take that for granted. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. Real quick, Mac Man, I'm gonna get back to your comment real quick. Shout out to my brother, my real life brother, my brother from another, man. Me and my man Lamar Cotton Sr. go way back since high school. Like that's my dog. That's my roadie. You feel what I'm saying? That's my dog. That's my dog. Hey, that's my dog. He a Chargers fan though. So, that's the only disconnect. He a Chargers fan. I still don't know where that comes from. And he my dog. But I still don't know how my man Lamar became a Chargers fan. He gotta fill me in on that one more time. And we got another person about to come on, man. My man S Blunt. Real quick, S Blunt, I got you in a second. Mac Main says if it's anonymous, then he must really be good, and there's something we're missing. Exactly. It's something. It's something that we're not getting. It's something that we're not understanding. Something not adding up. Something not adding up. Also, by the way, Kendrick Lamar was on a song with Metro Boomin and Future. It came out today. It's called Like That. And Kendrick just took shots at Drake, took a shot at J. Cole. He said, mother F your big three. It's big me. He said, forget your big three. It's big me. So all I'm trying to say is I need Jalen Hurts to come into 2024 with that mentality. The kill or be killed mentality. Everything is food. That mentality. The mentality that, okay, I heard y'all talking, and now it's time for me to prove it. It's time for me to prove why I'm that guy. So I just want Jalen Hurts to adopt that Kendrick Lamar, that Cat Williams, take no prisoners mentality. Adopt that mentality. So nonetheless, we got another person that's ready to come on and speak their piece. Let me bring on the good brother, S. Blunt, who has been a regular contributor, a regular donator to the channel. S. Blunt, my brother, thank you so much for locking in. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Thank you for always being present. And most importantly, thank you always for keeping your foot on the Cowboys fans' necks, my G. So let's get it in,
What's
man.
good, Tone? How you feeling?
I'm doing well, my friend. I'm even better now that I'm talking to you. So let's get right into it. Now, let's just start from the top. As of today, as of Friday, March 22nd, what's your overall perspective on your Philadelphia Eagles? Where's your optimism?
Man, optimism is definitely. Everybody talked about the offense. We already know. We got Saquon Barkley. What does that mean? That means that they're going to have to bring a safety up in the box, right? Mm-hmm. Come on now. We had DeAndre Swift and Miles Sanders, and they had 13 and 1,200 yards with them. So if you're talking about them, imagine the fear that we're going to put in defensive coordinators as far as their game planning. Now opens the field up for AJ, Devontae, Dallas. The field gets wide open. I think with Barkley, teams are actually scared. Cowboys are scared. They won't say it, but they're scared.
You know they're not going to say it.
Yeah, they're scared. So the big thing, like you've already talked about, what's Jalen's progression going to be? Is he going to see the field? Is he going to distribute the ball? Is he going to make sure that everybody gets some touches and some love? On the offensive side, though, I think it's sky's the limit. I mean, we can put up. I think for sure Jalen goes over 4,000 yards this year. I don't have any doubts about that. I think he's going to surpass that. I think I love for us to see, and I mentioned this yesterday, I love for us to get one burner, though. I love the young boy out of Texas. I think his name is Xavier Worthy.
I heard about him. See, I got to do more research on some of these guys coming out of college. I don't watch too much college ball. But I heard his name being thrown around a lot.
Yeah, he was in the combine. He smashed the record 4.22.
That's him.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy. And he runs punt return too.
Okay.
So the thing about it is, I know we love Covey, all love for him, but to be quite honest, if you got a cat that can run that third receiver, that can stretch the field and can do punt returns, and also you got to think about it. Look what happened when AJ went down with the Giants, right? It was just Devontae. We need somebody who can step up and be that number 2, just in case one of these brothers go down. So I would love to get that on the offensive end, and then on the one more piece of like a backup, either guard tackle combination on the offensive end. We'll be set on the offensive end. Now on the defensive end, it's gonna really come down to my man Reddick. Is Reddick gonna stay or is he gonna get traded? Right now, I'm thinking he's gonna be traded. So initially, I wanted that first pick to be a corner. Now knowing Howie Roseman, how he feels about the trenches, I think it's going to be somebody on the edge. I think that we're going to replace Reddick with somebody on the edge. Is that person going to live up to Reddick? No. Come on, we know this is going to be a rookie, but if they're going to end up moving on from Reddick, then that's the direction we're going to end up going. That's my opinion on the defense. Secondary, Slay is getting. I love Slay.
Okay.
Brother's losing just a step, man. He's losing a step. I'm not even gonna get on Bradbury because
it's a slow burn, ain't it? Yo, with Slay, it's a slow burn. It's like
I love Slay.
He's literally losing a step, just little by little, baby steps.
He's losing just a little bit on the corner, right? On the other end, you got Bradbury. We already know about Bradbury. I don't know about his confidence coming back in 2024.
That's big.
In the slot,
as a corner, your confidence is everything as a corner.
Right.
Confidence is everything. That's a good point.
Right. And in the slot, of course, we lost Maddox. Can Isaiah Rodgers play slot? I don't know. For the Colts, his whole career, he basically played 90% of his time on the outside. I think he could maybe replace Bradbury. They're going to have to compete in camp, and we're going to see what happens there. In the safety end, I'm glad we got Gardner Johnson back. I would love to get my man Simmons from Denver if his price tag comes down, but you never know there. So, and then of course, everybody knows about linebacker. We got to draft a linebacker. We need somebody who's going to be in that position at least for the next 4 to 5 years as a linebacker we can count on. Young boy who could step in there and make some plays at that second tier.
Man, listen, that's blunt. You pretty much laid it all out, right? And the fact of the matter is, just staying on the defensive side, you said something interesting, especially when it came to the drafting. You bring up a very good point that if they do move on from Haason, they may invest in those trenches again, right? But then with Slay, and me and you both agree, he is definitely, Father Time is just slowly creeping on him, slowly. So, and then Bradbury, we all know what that is. So we said to ourselves, although they are a team known for investing in the trenches, they sign a young edge rusher in Bryce Huff. We're still trying to figure out what Nolan Smith is. We're still trying to figure that out. But don't you think it's reasonable that they may need to try to start thinking about the future of that corner position?
Yeah, but if they do that, what they need to do is keep Reddick then. So what they need to do is they need to extend Reddick.
So you look at it as either or. Is that like whatever they decide with Reddick is going to tell us everything about draft night?
I do. Because here's the thing about let's start with the guy Huff. This guy is a potential. We're looking at him for potential.
That's
right?
True.
He is the type that he can get after the quarterback. Doesn't really give you a lot as far as stopping the rush. Certainly nothing as far as pass coverage. I mean, these guys are just going to go after the quarterback.
Right.
Nolan Smith has got to get in the weight room. He came in. We heard his voice as a rookie. He had all the big quotes, but he got on the field and got pushed around. Man, this dude got mushed all up, man. He got to get in the weight room for real. So when you look at it, if you're not going to keep, I would love to get a corner. I would love to, because I think that if you keep Reddick, we got to drop it. In order to basically keep him, we're going to need to extend him. I say it, just extend him 2 years, right? It's actually going to drop down the salary cap if we extend him 2 years, because we can extend him out and we can extend that cap out for a couple of years. He's going to be some dead years, but it's all good. And then we can focus on the corner. So I would love to focus on corner, but I just feel like if we give up on Reddick, we're going to need a rotational piece on that edge. And so I think they're going to make that one. They may go like that second pick. I think they might then go either linebacker or slot, and then the other second pick will then be the opposite. So I think if we keep Reddick, I definitely think we should go corner first pick.
You bring up a good point though. Now that I think a little further about it, let's just say they do trade Reddick, right? Let's just say that does happen.
Yeah.
Because again, like you kind of just made me think a little further about this. Josh Sweat, although they did restructure and give him some more upfront money, he's still entering the contract year.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then BG, you know, he's retiring after this year. So that's
Yes.
two guys. So that's two guys you're losing on the defensive line.
Yeah.
Nolan Smith, we don't know what he is yet. Bryce Huff, we're hoping he turns into. We're hoping he's a guy. So when you think about the edge beyond this upcoming season, you have no idea what it's going to look like.
Right.
So actually, you may be onto something, Blunt. I think you may have just shifted my perspective. I think they probably should go edge rusher. Edge rusher at the very least, go best available, right?
Yeah.
You know, at pick 22. Maybe they trade up. You never know. They do got 2 second-round picks, so they got some bullets in the gun. But you bring up a good point. They just because of that notion, because of the uncertainty of the defensive line beyond 2024, they just may go edge rusher. That's a good point. All right, let me ask you this question, man, before I get you out of here. Once again, S. Blunt, I appreciate you for always showing love, always liking on the content, always holding me accountable, always holding the other people accountable in the live chat, always keeping your foot on the NFC East next. I appreciate you, my man. A final question. You know, a guy that we brought in that's not really getting that much love right now is Devin White. And we know Devin White, you know, we know what he did in his rookie year. We know what he did in his second year winning the Super Bowl. We know those first 2 years of his career have been very dominant, very electric. But then over the past couple seasons, he hasn't really been getting he hasn't really been the player that I guess people expect him to be. And I see a lot of conflicting reports and diagnoses when it comes to his game, right? Some people say the talent's not the question, it's the desire. You got some people saying, nah, I don't know if he got any left. And I'm saying to myself, he's 26. What do you mean he ain't got nothing left? He's 26. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 29 and I'm like, hold on, wait, man. He got the best trainers, the best nutritionists, his diet better than mine. What you mean he ain't got nothing left? So I want to get your perspective on Devin White and just the overall perspective of that linebacker run, because the Kobe Dean is a guy that we thought could maybe turn into somebody, but he ended up on IR 2 times in one season, something that we ain't seen in a while. So, give me it's kind of a 2-part question. Give me your thoughts on Devin White and what you think he may bring, or just your overall perspective on the signing, and then give me your perspective on the overall linebacker room and how it's been handled thus far.
Yeah, Devin White, athlete, fast, can get to the quarterback, can do some things that I don't think we've really seen since the years. So I'm in my 40s, so I go back to the days of Randall Cunningham. I've been a fan.
Okay,
since Cunningham.
respect.
So haven't seen really a true athlete. Well, we did have Michael Kendricks. We had Kendricks. But like a true athlete who really can get to the quarterback, really like since Seth, to be honest with you, man. Since Seth Joyner.
Shout out to Seth Joyner, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he can do that kind of stuff. If you're talking about improving in an area where we were weak, which is getting after the running back, tackles, coverage in that middle tier. I mean, in my opinion, he should have the ability to cover for sure, because he has the speed, he has the athleticism, but he hasn't shown it. When you look at his numbers and how he's graded out, he really hasn't shown it. So what I think is either A, he's going to need to step up in that area and show us something. Now, he said he was injured. He said he actually got injured when he played against us. And so we need to see. We need to see what he can do when he's healthy. Give him the benefit of doubt, and we hope for the best. I'm not expecting a lot from him. I'm expecting some plays, but I'm not expecting him to come in here and change everything at that second tier.
That's reasonable.
Now, for the linebacker room altogether, we got a lot of youth. We got a lot of uncertainty. Starts with Nakobe Dean. When we got Nakobe in that 3rd round, man,
we was excited.
Like,
we was excited.
Man, I was like, we just got to steal. I was like, we got to steal. I was like, yeah. I mean, come on now. How Kobe dropped right down to us? But when you look at it, he ain't been able to get on the field and stay healthy and show.
We got robbed. We ain't do the stealing. We got robbed.
Right. He ain't showed us nothing. Right. Van Sumeren, Oren, the
Oren
dude guy
Burks.
from Oren, what's his last name?
Burks.
Oren Burks.
Zach
The other
Bond
guy
from
from
the
the
Saints.
Saints, I'm drawing a
Yeah,
blank on him too.
Zach Bond. Yep. Zach Bond.
I mean, those guys, we don't know what we're gonna get out of them, right?
That's true. That's
We
facts.
got to shore up that. We got to draft in the second and one of the top 3 linebackers. The guy from Texas A&M, I think his name is Edrin Cooper.
Yeah.
The guy from NC State, Peyton Wilson. There's another guy from North Carolina that's a good linebacker. I think his name is like Cedric Gray or something like that. Trotter Jr., I like Trotter Jr. He's a little undersized. He kind of reminds me of Dean. That's my only concern with Trotter Jr. is that he not that he's unhealthy like Dean, but he's a little undersized like Dean. So that's my only concern about Trotter Jr. So I think we definitely in the second round, I know that's not Howie's thing. He's got to make an exception this year. He's got to make an exception to the rule. And I think he started off by doing that with Barkley. He don't normally pay the running back.
Good point.
So you're going to have to do something different if you want to get to where you want. From overall perspective, I think we win the NFC East. Cowboys haven't done anything. The Giants, they've done some things on defense, but they still got Daniel Jones. The Redskins are likely going to end up with some rookie quarterback. So I don't think they're going to be there yet. So I think we win the NFC East, but our expectation is more than just the NFC East. We want to get back to where we were in 2022, and that's to get back into that Super Bowl and win it. We're not there just to get there. We want to get there and win it.
Facts.
So we got to shore up a few pieces. A piece, like I said, an edge rusher, a linebacker, and somebody, a few pieces in the second. We need about four good, solid pieces, and I think we'll be okay.
No, I'm with you on that. As Blunt,
Yeah.
Man, you said something really key. Like, the fact of the matter is, they need to restore the core group on defense from a draft perspective. You can't keep bringing in these mercenaries and thinking things going to just, work themselves out, right? You gotta bring some legitimacy to your draft class. You got to bring some legitimacy to your core guys, and you only can do that by drafting them because you have flexibility with their contracts. But again, as Blunt, my man, I'm super grateful for you, OG. Super grateful for you for locking in the content. For being loyal to the soil, for always locking in with me, smashing that like button, for being subscribed, for commenting, being engaging in the live chat. I do not take your time and I do not take your support for granted, sir. So thank you so much for always showing love to me, and I'm going to always do my best to try to keep this content flowing as it's going to be flowing. It's going to be flowing like a leaky faucet. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing about it. It's a leaky faucet. You can't find the leak, but it's keep flowing. So hey, I appreciate
we're gonna blow this thing up, man. And I'm gonna help you get there. Whatever I could do to blow it up, let's blow it up.
Yes, sir.
And keep increasing those numbers. I see you doing numbers. I see you getting your views up and you getting your people
doing my best.
Keep it going, man.
Yes, no sir. Doubt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get out of here, anything you want to promote? Anything you want to show love to before we get out of here?
No, man. I wish everybody health and wealth. That's it.
Hey, listen. I can't argue with that. Y'all heard them. Health and wealth. That's all to come down to. So, as Blunt, my brother, thank you so much for showing love. Next time I have a call-in show, please do not be a stranger. Your perspective is needed. Your perspective was healthy, my man. So you take care. You enjoy the rest of your day, and go Delaware State.
All day, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right, later.
All right, there we go. We have my man S. Blunt in the building. That was fly. I like that. And next up, real quick, Shane. I got you next, Shane. Real quick, let me address these super chats, and then we out of here. And then we're gonna bring you up, Shane. Shout out to my man Shane Hilton with another $1.99 super chat. As a matter of fact, this might be Shane right here. You know what I'm saying? If this is the same Shane, then we in business. Shout out to Shane for donating to the channel and showing love, man. I really appreciate his support. He says this will be AJ's last season once Smitty gets paid. It's very possible, and I've been talking about that all off season. I've been saying that we gotta keep it all in perspective. We gotta keep it all in perspective because the reality is, once Smitty get paid, are you really going to pay 2 wide receivers $25 million respectively? That's something that got to be talked about. And shout out to my man Furman Figueroa, always showing love with the $2 super chat. He says we got Sweat and Nolan Smith. We got to go cornerback. But here's the thing: Sweat, after 2024, he's a free agent. They restructured and gave him money up front, but after 2024, he's a free agent. And then Nolan Smith, we still don't know what he is. So we can't. We gotta. That's the thing that gets a little tricky, Furman. That Nolan, he's still a wild card. We don't know what's gonna happen. And then Sweat, How long can he play at the level he's playing at, right? He's a young player, but still, that motor started to run low on the back end of the season, and I want to make sure he's still the player that we think he is. And again, he's in the contract year. They did restructure, they did give him more guaranteed money, but he's in the contract year, so that's something that we got to consider. All right, now, oh, and real quick, my man Cody with the $10 super chat. He says, I think we're underplaying Isaiah Rodgers. When he last played for the Colts, he was great. The 2022 Colts beat the Chiefs and held the Eagles in check until the very last play and only 17 points allowed. Hey, Cody, that's a good point. I mean, I'm definitely not underplaying Isaiah Rodgers, but he's definitely going to have to come in and really bring that edge, really bring that fire like everybody else. The slot corner position is going to be competitive. Tyler Hall, Isaiah Rodgers, Keely Ringo is fighting for grass time. Eli Ricks, Mekhi Gardner, Mario Goodrich, Josh Jobe, all those guys are fighting for grass time. Can Bradbury be a player? Again, we're going to find out, but I think Isaiah Rodgers is going to be a player that does, make his presence known. So Cody, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my man. Cody always showing love to the building. So thank you, Cody, once again for the $10 super chat. Sorry for the connection glitch, you guys. My apologies. Sorry about the little Wi-Fi glitch. Next up, we're going to bring in my man Shane 6500. Shane, we got you here, man. You there?
Yo, you can hear me, Tom?
Yo, yes, sir. Shane, is that you donating all that money, big dog?
Come on, man. You know I'm at work listening to you, man. You know I'm rocking with you. You know
Hey, Shane, listen, man. I don't mean no harm, man, but make sure the rent paid first, man.
Bro, come on, man. That's always. That's always. I'm at work right now while I'm listening to you. I just be listening to you. Even when you was on Jacob, I was listening to you all day.
Okay, Shane. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That's the word is bond. I appreciate that love, bro. Like I do not take that kind of stuff for granted. So let's hop right into it, man. While you at work, man, because I know. Listen, I don't want you. Matter of fact, what kind of work you do? If you don't mind me asking, what kind of work you do?
I deliver for FedEx.
Okay, say less, man. Say less. So listen, make sure you looking both ways. Make sure you driving safe. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
don't run no red lights. You know what I'm saying?
So,
but overall, man, I appreciate you for just being loyal to the soil, and for just being invested in the content the way you are, man. I do not take that kind of stuff for granted, not one bit.
Sure.
Some other shows, they just fly by these things, but I want to make sure y'all know the love is always felt. So
we from the same neighborhood. You from North Philly, right?
Yes, sir. North Philly, born and raised.
I actually grew up on 23rd and Diamond.
What?
I used to go to Anna B. Pratt. Elementary school.
You used to go to Pratt?
Listen. Yeah, I'm only 26 though. You way older than me. Probably.
Oh yeah. Bro, I'm 29. I ain't that much older. Come on, I'm 29. Come on. I'm 29.
Sure.
But to your point though, bro, grew up at 23rd and Dolphin, Diamond Street right there. You know how it is. And then bro, I grew up in the Raymond Rosen projects.
That's where I grew up at.
Bro, say less. Say less, bro. Say less, man. Oh, there we go. We got you.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, got you. So yeah, say less, man. Listen, man. Like I love to hear that. I love to hear that, bro. Again, just make sure you're safe around there, man. We get busy around there. So
yeah, for sure. I listen to you every day, bro. Like when I'm delivering packages, as soon as I see you go live, I put him right on.
Say less. So let's get right into it, man. I'm gonna get your perspective on the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Look, like they made a lot of moves in free agency. They've been doing a lot. A lot of people have been talking a lot, good and bad. But I just want to get your overall perspective on them and where your optimism is at when it comes to the 2024 season.
Listen, I like it, but it's like the way they build and construct teams is not sustainable. It's not like they be good moves. Don't get me wrong. But they only be good if you look at the pattern of the Eagles, we have a deep playoff run one year, like we'll go to the Super Bowl. Then the next year we'll fall completely off the mat. Then the next year after that, it's like you look at a team like the 49ers. They've been to the NFC Championship game like the last 4 times out of 5 years.
Yeah.
They draft players. Like they might splash here and there, but other than that, they draft and develop players. If Howie Roseman can draft and develop players, he will be in God tier of GMs. Like
that's a good point. Because he know what to do with the money, and he know how to he know how to finesse the cap, and he pretty good at judging pro personnel. But then when it comes to the draft, it's like he a whole other individual.
He overthink it.
He overthink it. Now, I will give him credit for this. I feel like I feel like over the past couple seasons, he's been trying not to overthink it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
picking best player available.
Yeah. Like the past 3 years. Matter of fact, I want to say since the Smitty draft, that was 2021, right?
Yeah,
Since that draft, he ain't really been overthinking it that much, right? Smitty was a home run pick. We all knew that was going to happen. And then Landon Dickerson, okay, you got the best offensive lineman available. You bet on his talent, so that wasn't he didn't overthink that. So that's two Alabama players right there.
But in 2022, come on, bro. When they traded up, when they traded up in the first round, it was me and my cousin watching the draft.
Right.
I swear they was taking Kyle Hamilton.
I did too. I did too.
They took Jordan. I ain't saying Jordan Davis. Like, he could turn out to be a good player, but you cannot sit here and tell me right now he's a better player than Kyle Hamilton.
No, he's not. He's not.
You can't tell me that. Kyle Hamilton, he's a chess player. You can move him all around the board, and he's a tone setter. Jordan Davis is a two-down player.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
We at some point you gotta start bucking it. Like this year he bucked the trick. He went and got Saquon Barkley. But at some point you gotta take the best player available.
Right.
Forget need. You gotta take them. Like, listen, Marlo Stanfield used to say, that's one of them good problems. Even if you got 3-4 wide receivers and the best player on the board is a wide receiver, that's what you gotta take. I'd rather have a good problem than a draft for need and draft somebody like that's not good enough.
Okay, I can respect that perspective too. It's like you said. At the end of the day, I'd rather have a good problem than a bad problem that I can't fix, and you stuck with it. I'm so glad you went there about Jordan Davis. I'm so glad you went there because he's a player that I've been hard on the past couple years. And the rookie year, I try to give guys grace in a rookie year. I try, like, for example, Jalen Carter, right? He came out hot, and then he hit the rookie wall. So, I throw him some bell, right? And then Jordan Davis, okay, the rookie year, he had some injuries, he had a hard time. Okay, I'll throw you bell for the rookie year. But now you a second year pro, you know what to do. You've been to a Super Bowl, you know what it looked like to make it to that type of distance. And you come in, he came out hot, by the way. Let me make that clear. He came out hot. But then he shot his load. What was that, week 11, week 12, where he chased down Josh Allen?
Yeah, after he chased down Josh Allen. Yeah.
After that, he wasn't the same player, and it's rare that you can literally pinpoint when a player fell off. Sometimes people debate it. No, it was this week. No, it was that week. For him, it's universally known he fell off after he hawked him down. And so I ask you this, right? Because he entering year 3, and next offseason, the Eagles got to decide if they're gonna pick up his 5th-year option. Yeah. So where do you stand right now with Jordan Davis? Are you still optimistic about him? Are you already throwing him out the window and ready to move on? Like just tell me where you are with him as a player.
I mean, the 3rd year is really where I judge players because they still adjusted. But look, specifically with them two players, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, like with Jalen Carter, I see it. I don't have questions about him. I see it with my eyes. Like, he popped off my screen. Like, from the first snap of his season, you can see it. This kid is going to be a player. Right. Jordan Davis, he showed me flashes and stuff, but he's a big man. It's no reason one player should be blocking. You should be able to move off these guys and get to the quarterback. The move the way he do and to be that big, it should not, like, come on, bro. You got to get in shape, get that conditioning up. You got to take this serious. This is the NFL. This is where mortgages get paid. This is what mortgages get paid.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
It's like I this year. It should be no conditioning problems with him. There's no Fletcher Cox. Him and Carter is clearly 2 guys. Even though I think he should be Milton Williams and Carter, but that's a story for another day.
That's That's a
story for another day.
That's a story for another day. But I'm a Milton Williams bull. Like, I fuck with Milton Williams. That's my guy for real. I feel like he need more snaps.
The thing I don't like about how the Eagles play ball though is just like they play politics. Like, it's like Milton Williams should clearly be a starter, but Jordan Davis was drafted in the 1st round. Like, when you go to like, if you go to like the truly great organizations like Pittsburgh, New England, Baltimore, San Francisco, Green Bay, the best guys are playing. It's not I drafted him in the first round, so he got to play. Like for instance, James Bradbury, he was god awful last year.
Dog,
But
he
Nick
should.
Sirianni don't have the authority to bench him.
And that tell you everything.
Because Howie Roseman paid him. If he was in New England, he would have been cut or benched.
Bro,
Period.
facts.
Period.
Facts. Bro, we
Period.
seen the Patriots. We seen the Patriots activate a player 1 week and then they deactivate him the next week because it's a matchup problem. Like they care about putting the best players on the field. Like this ain't about how much money you make. This ain't about, this is not about where you got drafted. This is about, are you producing on the field?
I honestly think the Eagles will be we successful. Don't get me wrong. We successful. I think they will have sustained success if they really hired a coach that his word was law. Like a Jim Harbaugh or Bill Belichick. Let Howie Roseman stick to the contract.
That's never going to happen.
Trade.
That's never going to happen.
It's not. But to win championships, you got to put egos aside.
Facts.
At the end of the day, if the Eagles was, let's say, for instance, let's look at Kansas City. They got a dynasty. We say Brett Veach, Patrick Mahomes, and Andy Reid. The praise doesn't just go to a coach or a player. They acknowledge the GM, even though we know Andy Reid is calling the shots.
Right.
Come on, what are we doing here? You gotta get somebody in here that if you act out, you're benched. Point blank. If you're awful, I don't care if you was the first pick in the draft and you getting outplayed by a 7th rounder, you're not starting. This is the NFL. You can't the way they just do business, they just I don't get it sometimes.
I can't argue with that, man. I can't argue with that. So real quick, Shane, man. Once again, bro, I appreciate you for always investing in the channel, investing in the YouTube channel, always investing in me, my brother. I appreciate you. Last question before I get you out of here. I got somebody else coming up next. Last question before I get you out of here, my brother. I started the show off talking about, Jalen Hurts and how he got to be on Kendrick Lamar type time, right? He got to be on his Cat Williams. He got to come in 2024 and take no prisoners and start shooting at everybody. You feel me? So right now, where do you stand when it comes to Jalen Hurts as a player? How optimistic are you about his game? Do you think he maxed out? Do you think he got another level to tap into? Just give me your overall perspective on Jalen Hurts and the quarterback position for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't think he's elite, but I don't think he's average. I still think it's more untapped potential.
Okay.
He just got to learn how to keep everyone involved and he just got to take that next step as a leader to where when AJ is going off on the sidelines, that's your boy. You got to get him in check. Because if he don't set the tone early on, the Eagles will not win the Super Bowl. It's been times where I've seen Devontae Smith going off.
Yeah.
AJ ain't getting the ball. Since AJ ain't getting the ball, AJ does what he does, and then Hurts start trying to force him the ball. You cannot have that.
Yeah, and you see it too. That's the sad part about it. You see it.
But I'm with him. It's put up or shut up. He got the best offense in the NFL. If not the best, at least top 3. What more do you need? You got a top 10, even with the retirement of Jason Kelce, you got a top 10 O-line. Your skill position players are all pros.
Yeah. There's only one team that can compete with them player for player on offense, and that's San Fran.
Listen. Let's put it like this. If we had Joe Burrow our quarterback, Josh Allen at quarterback, will we be having this question about is it more untapped potential? We will be expecting Super Bowls.
Right. And that's why I don't change the standard. I'm so glad you said that.
Different before Jalen Hurts because we like his character. Why is the standard
I'm with you on that.
He got paid $250 million. I'm holding him to what we paying him for.
Facts. And that's why I said what I said a couple days ago. I'm saying, listen, at the end of the day, he got everything he could ever need. So he has to. It's put up or shut up time. I'm gonna always support him. That's my guy. But he has to deliver, because if he doesn't deliver, we going off on this show.
We know about him. But before I get out of here, everybody keep talking about the collapse, right? I'm an Eagles fan. I call it like I see it. Even if I don't like it, I call it like I see it. The 49ers broke us. Point blank, period. Imagine a team telling you all off season, y'all didn't deserve to be in the Super Bowl. That was supposed to be us. And the only reason we didn't get there was because we didn't have nobody to throw the ball. Then y'all come to the stadium, y'all walk through their warm up, y'all bully their cornerback, nobody steps up.
Wearing all black Air Force Ones.
And then y'all just lay it on them. And then they never recover. Like, I was so embarrassed to be Eagles. My cousin, a 49ers fan, I had to block him. Like that's when I start feeling like the Eagles was thinking like, are we as good as we really think we are?
Yeah, I think that was the moment too. I think that was the moment that broke them too.
Are we really? Then they start questioning like, so if they had a quarterback, would have been the same result? Like you got to do that. That's excuse my language. That's an ass whooping to have a man looking in the mirror like, damn, like they just put it on us. Like to the point where like Devontae Smith got slammed. No player stepped in. Big Dom had to step in. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like I'm used to the Eagles being the bullies. I'm not when that was different. That's when I knew they was not going to the Super Bowl. I knew they would never recover from that.
That was
point
different.
Blank, period.
That was different, bro. But listen, Shane, I love your energy, bro. Listen, next time I have a call in, bro, do not be a stranger, dog. Next time I have a call in, man.
I'm tuned in every day, bro. Even if I ain't sending super chat,
that's cool, bro. Listen. Super chats is just a plus. I appreciate you just being present, hitting that like button, being subscribed. Even when you just chatting normally, bro, like I appreciate you just being present. So my man, like as much as you invest in this channel, all I can do is continue to invest in y'all and continue to put my best foot forward, as a content creator. So listen, Shane, man, be safe at work, my brother. Keep working hard. Keep making that cheddar, for the family, man. Be safe out there. You know what I mean? Again, man, you know how Philly get down. Everybody in this chat, if you live in Philly or you've ever been there, or however it is, like you know how Philly get down. So Shane, be safe out there, bro. Real rap.
Keep grinding and building your brand, bro.
Yes, sir, bro. I really appreciate you, man. You take care, all right?
All right, bro.
All right, man. Shout out to Shane, man. Shout out to him. Next up, man, this gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one because this person been hawking me down. He been looking for me. So I can't wait for this. Real quick though, before I bring up my man James Jones, our resident Commanders fan. I got to give a shout out to Chin A with the $5 super chat. He says the Eagles have spent 3 first-round picks on a D-line pass rusher the past 2 years. I need them to address corner and linebacker, giant holes there. I understand that perspective too. I understand both of those perspectives. So I mean, I don't think anybody is wrong. I just think it's a wait and see game, right? Because the Eagles, because we have so many questions on that defensive side, and we have so many unknowns from a contract perspective and age as well. I think everybody is making great points. That's the thing. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to approach it, especially from your perspective. I think they just need great players. They need good players on defense, and it's just that simple. But again, shout out to my man Chin A with the $5 super chat. I do not take y'all for granted, man. Shout out to my man Shane as well for showing love. And again, shout out to Cody with a $10 super chat. Shout out to Furman with his super chats as well. Shane with his super chats. My man Lamar Cotton Sr. with his super chats as well. Shane been investing in the channel, man, for the longest, and I appreciate him. Solomon Lord, thank you for your super chat. Shout out to my man Mac Main with his super chats as well, man. You guys are on fire today, and we having a ball. Like I said, today was a call-in show. We've been live for almost 2 hours. We're going on 2 hours live. Over 130 people on the live stream, 70 people on the Twitter side, 63 people on the YouTube side. Y'all know how we giving it up here. We coming for the next on this side. So let me bring up my man, the resident Commanders fan who shows love and always approaches the live chat with respect and honor. My man James Jones. James.
HTTC, baby. HTTC, baby. We coming if we get that stud quarterback, baby. I can't wait.
I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it. I love the energy. So real quick, James, first and foremost, I want to thank you for always showing love to the show, for always being present, for hitting that like button, man.
Always.
I don't take it for granted, my guy. I know your time is precious. You're a hardworking man, and I appreciate you for just always making me a part of your day, first and foremost. So let's get that out the way. And then now, man, I want you to talk your ish, about your Commanders, man. I want you to give me the good.
Well,
I want you to give me the bad.
We got to get
I
that
know,
young
I know, I
stud
know, I
first.
know you're gonna keep it real. I know you're gonna keep it real. So I want you to give me both sides of it.
We got to get that young stud first. I don't want Caleb. I want Daniels.
Oh,
He's
okay, okay. See, that's
yes,
different.
because
I
he's
ain't
big as
heard that yet.
Lamar.
I haven't
and
heard that
shit.
yet.
Yeah, see, I want Daniels. The other ones want Williams, the Drake Bay. And I'm like, dude, we just had a bigger Sam Howell. Come on, y'all. We don't need Howell. I mean, EB and Ron sabotaged him from the start. Y'all saw that. They fired the lines coach and everything right after preseason. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And
And
stuff,
it's funny. I actually thought Bieniemy actually brought a lot out of him at first. And
so
then,
did I. Like, he did great.
And then things kind of after that final
yeah.
Cowboys game, things kind of just went downhill for some reason.
They exposed him or something. It was weird. And then he was too pass heavy.
Yeah.
And like when he was establishing and stuff, he was giving closer games. But then it got to the point after that Cowboys game, like you said, he could only score 10 points. And I was like, hold up. But then when he threw Jacob in there, Jacob scored 34 points in like 6 quarters when Sam went down that one game against the Jets and the Rams and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
like,
and another thing too is I'll give credit where credit's due. Sam Howell was carving the Eagles up. Carving the Eagles
and
up.
he was the most sacked dude. It was crazy. I still can't get over that.
Like the Eagles only sacked him one time between those 2 games.
Yeah, I don't get it too.
That's the crazy part about
60 sacks.
And he between those 2 games, I think he put up like 700 yards, something like that. Between those 2 games, he was sharp.
Yeah.
He was sharp. So I actually thought Sam Howell was going to become a player for you guys because he could throw it. He was putting up the yards, but then he kind of tapered off towards the back end. I want to get your perspective on Terry McLaurin, right? Because
we better feed him, man.
I think Terry McLaurin, listen, a lot of people don't agree with this, but me personally, I think Terry McLaurin is better than CeeDee Lamb.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
That's just me.
Terry
That's just
did
me.
It with what? 4 different quarterbacks. And it was 2 of them were bad quarterbacks. So, like, like I love Terry, man. We better do him right. Like, he did, for some reason, like, EB said it was for him, but then EB didn't want to give him the ball, or I don't know what happened and stuff. But like, yeah, we better do Terry right because he got a chance to be our next Art Monk and stuff like that.
Yeah, because y'all paid him, so y'all committed to him. So that's the good part about it. Y'all paid him, so I like that. I think he's making 22 or 23 million right now.
Yeah,
so y'all paid him.
That.
Y'all paid him, so that's the good part about it.
Yeah, I want him happy. That's my favorite player.
right now, Jahan Dotson. What's your expectations with him? Because y'all moved on from Curtis Samuel. Dotson was nice when he got the ball.
He was, and he needs to stay healthy.
Okay. So that's his problem, the health part.
Yeah, like he'll do good, but then like I don't know, at times like when he'll get right there to the end zone, he'll drop it, had the drop, catch ball type thing. But he did come through in the Eagles game because y'all saw it. They were in a different zone that day.
Yeah, and y'all always show up like for some reason. I don't know what it is, but
that's that Snyder curse.
when the Eagles and the Commanders play, it's like it's always a knuckle drag game. You know what I'm saying?
The Snyder curse, man. That's the only team he cared about going against was the Eagles. For real, it was weird, man. I'm so glad like he's gone too because my dad was 100 right when I was younger. About Snyder, and I can't believe I'm saying that. I was like, "No, Dad, you can be wrong, man. He got this dog. He was right." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I wish he sold it years ago." He was too toxic. Everything, like God, he gave RG3 everything he wanted, and Kurt was killing it. It was crazy, man.
Facts. Let me ask you this though about just the overall outlook of the NFC East. I mean, the Giants, they made some moves on defense, but I think they still got their limitations. Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm curious with the Giants. I'm curious.
Yeah. Cowboys have made no moves. So what's your overall thoughts on the NFC East and just how it looks and how you think it's gonna play out?
Well, I know for us two, we've been going back and forth, keeping up with each other, and that's great and stuff. The Giants have been a part of it too in ways. Dallas, I hope they keep staying the route they're going. For real, because if not, we're all the division's gonna be up for grabs and stuff.
Yeah, because I mean,
Gary, he better hire him a GM, man.
Right now, I will say this though, because you guys are going to be drafting a rookie quarterback. I think, and look, CJ Stroud definitely, CJ Stroud kind of broke the mold.
Yeah,
but I definitely think, because you're drafting a rookie quarterback, there's going to be some growing pains along the way.
Yeah,
right?
he's gonna mature and stuff. Like I could see Jaden Daniels being more like the CJ before I see Caleb for some reason. I don't know why I say that.
Wow, that's
'Cause
crazy.
I like
So
Caleb too. Don't get me wrong, because he's a DC Virginia native. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing against him.
Right.
And shit, it's just he don't fit our scheme.
You just think JD's better.
Yes, and stuff. And then that extra year when they had that COVID year, the ones that wanted to stay the extra year, he did it right by staying healthy and all that other stuff. And I like the experience he put into the game.
Okay, I can respect that.
And he got out of bounds a lot so he wouldn't slide and stuff like that. I do like that. RG3 would never slide.
Yeah.
He got midair.
That was his problem. That was his problem. So, all right, before I get you out of here, James, once again, my man, I appreciate you for being our resident Commanders fan. Always showing love. Always showing love, my man. I do not take the love for granted. You always smash the like button. You always you've been subscribed. You've been following me everywhere I've been. And,
y'all my favorite Eagle fans, baby. For real.
Hey, listen, man. I really appreciate you. This is the fact that you kick it in these live chats, you know, in enemy territory, and you hold it down the way you do. I gotta respect that. I gotta give a lot of respect to that, James. So listen, I'm grateful to you. My final question for you before I let you go, my friend. So how can I word this? Y'all defense, in my opinion, has always been your bread and butter.
Yes.
And I think the Commanders have always had talented rosters.
That's one thing we worked on free agency was defense too, and I like that.
Right. I feel like you guys have always had a talented defense, a talented roster in general, but the quarterback position has always been a question. Let me ask you this, right? Now that you guys got Dan Quinn, how do you see Dan Quinn changing the complexion of that team, right? What are you looking forward to most from Dan Quinn in terms of
going to be with the corners and the linebackers and stuff? He's really good with them corners, what he did with Dallas. And then the linebackers, like he was really good in definitely having that threat of like each man in a secondary spot or whatever. He always had them as a threat, like Parsons, something, man. It was crazy. And I like how he established that and stuff. Because at first I was skeptic, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, everyone respects him and wants to come here. So I can't hate that and stuff. So like,
I can respect that. James, my man, thank you so much for showing love to the show,
always,
my guy.
Baby. Thank you for dropping the link.
Hell yeah. Hey, listen, I knew it took a while. It took a while, but listen.
Great to have you back at this time, though, for real, man.
Definitely, man. It's good to be back. It's good. It's good to be seen. It's good to be heard. And again, man, you know, I'm gonna try to do these call-ins once a week.
Good with that.
Likely every Friday. I think that's gonna be the energy
always
I'm bringing.
chop it up right. I respect that.
Definitely, brother. Definitely, man. So once again, James, you take care. You enjoy the rest of your day, my guy. You be safe. And
you too, brother.
Listen, man, may the better team win the NFC East.
Always, man. As long as we split it, I'm good with that, for real.
Hey, I can respect it.
I'm tired of this sweep shit right now, bro. Definitely when we had both games like that, it's like, nah, bro, this ain't cool, bro.
For sure.
Both games. Rivera, oh man, I'm so mad at Rivera. We should have fired him last year.
All right, I couldn't agree with you more, my man. James, you take care, my guy.
You too, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Oh man, that was fun. Man. James brought the energy. He brought the heat, man. Like I said, he's our resident Commanders fan. So I had to show love to my man James. For sure. Listen, man, you guys have been tremendous. Like, look, y'all been I'm gonna keep it 100, man, because I'm about to get out of here. Y'all have been fired today. I'm going to be totally honest about the energy that I've been feeling. Y'all have really brought the heat. Y'all came with y'all perspectives. Y'all were honest. Y'all brought I can't take this kind of love and energy for granted. Because here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, we all love football. And we all are very competitive people. The only way you can really lock in on this thing is if you're a competitive person. And like I said to you guys from the beginning, as Eagles fans, as people that support the Philadelphia Eagles, or if you support any other team, the reality is you gotta come with that heat, and you gotta hold your team to the fire, and you gotta hold your quarterbacks accountable and everybody else accountable as well. The coaches, the players, the front office, those people got to be held accountable, because as fans, as supporters of this sport, of this league, we invest too much. We invest too much of our lives, of our paychecks into these organizations. We invest money in the merchandise. We invest money in the concessions, the parking, the tickets, the NFL League Pass, the Sunday ticket, the red zone, the bumper stickers, all of that stuff that we spend money on. The least they can do is do right by us as fans and bring that heat and bring that commitment and that dedication. At the very least, that's what they owe us as people. That's what they owe us as people. So all I'm saying is, and look, Monica, you're kind of late to the show. You're kind of late to the show. We've already explained how this stuff correlates. But I'll do it again because I appreciate you for locking in, and I appreciate you for showing love to the show. Make sure you smash that like button. Here's what I'm trying to say. Here's what I'm trying to say, right? Here's what I'm trying to say. Jalen Hurts, regardless if you think he's a top 5 quarterback or a top 10 or a top 15 or top whatever, regardless of how you feel about Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, there's one standalone truth that we all have to agree on, and that is he has to come in 2024 with a killer's mentality. Kendrick Lamar chose violence in 2024. He chose violence today. Cat Williams came out in 2024 shooting at everybody. All I'm trying to say is Jalen Hurts has to adopt that kill or be killed mentality. We understand the defense has their issues. We understand that. We understand the defense has issues. We understand that. Monica, trust me. Trust me, Monica. The defense has issues that need to be addressed. Trust me, Monica. I feel you. Baby girl, I feel you. Trust me. I feel you. And I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. You see how I give it up. I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. But we got to continue to hold him accountable. We have to. We have to. And this is me speaking to you vulnerably and genuinely. I like Jalen Hurts. I got the jersey. I got the merchandise. Shout out to I forget her name on Twitter. Oh my gosh, she does amazing work for the Philadelphia Eagles. I would love to talk to her one day. She does amazing work she does amazing artwork for the Philly sports scene. What's her name? Oh my goodness. She does all the comic book artwork for what's her name? She does amazing work. I want to show her love, man. I want to show her love. No, not Simone. Also, shout out to Simone. Simone does great work as well. Shout out to Simone. She does amazing work. I love Simone's content. Monica, I hear you. I'm not discounting none of that. I hear you. But it doesn't deny the singular truth. Real quick, let me address these super chats real quick. Shout out to my man Shane Hilton once again. My Philly brethren. My Raymond Rosen brethren. My Raymond Rosen brother. He says, don't be surprised if we draft a wide receiver. AJ's days are numbered once Smitty get paid, in my personal opinion. He's underused. He could be a 1,500 receiver with 10 TDs. I've been talking about that too. I think the AJ Brown saga, it does have its limitations because I don't know how long you're gonna be able to sustain paying 2 wide receivers $25 million. Especially with Devontae's contract coming up. It's a reality that we have to consider. So Shane, I'm with you on that. Thank you so much again, brother, with the $4.99 super chat. Be safe on them roads, my man. Be safe on those roads. I mean that. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Please be safe on those roads. Please be safe on those Philly streets, my guy. Cody, my man Cody with the $2 super chat. He says going to make me have to take a Friday off to call in. Cody, don't miss out on no paychecks from me, man. Don't miss out on no paychecks because at the end of the day, I love your super chats. I love your super chats, Cody. So don't take no days off, player. I need you to make sure that check clear every single time. I need you to make sure that check always clear, Cody. Don't take no days off. Philly 007. So I'm giving you content every single day, my man. Every single day. I'm normally live most of the time. And if I can go live, I'm always going to try to give you guys at least 2 videos, to sink your teeth into. I'm always going to give you guys content every day except for Sundays. Sundays is my off days. Sundays are the Lord's day. Sundays are the Lord's day. So I take days off on Sundays. But I'm always going to give you guys content from Monday to Saturday. You guys are getting content from me from Monday through Saturday. Monday through Saturday, the content is flowing. That's a fact. But Sundays are the Lord's day, and I take days off. But Cody, Fridays are definitely going to be the call-in days, man. But I definitely don't want you to miss out on no paychecks because I love your super chats, Cody. So thank you, my man. I appreciate you. I really appreciate the love, my man. Truly, thank you for the $2 super chat. But I gotta find out who this girl is. Who does the artwork for the Sixers? She does tremendous work for the Sixers. Oh, here it is. Okay, I know what it is. Okay, D. Sarah Art. D. Sarah. Found her. There it is. I thought I was following her. That's crazy. But no, shout out to this girl, man. I want to. Oh, okay. I'm following her personal page, but this is her. I gotta show her love, man. She does hella work for the for the Sixers. Here it is. She's a hell of an artist. She's a hell of an artist. She's a hell of an artist. Dewani, that's her name, Dewani. I bought one of her pieces. Dewani. Her artwork is tremendous. Her artwork is tremendous. Her artwork is fire. She does stuff for the Phillies. She does stuff for the Sixers. She does stuff for the Eagles. She does amazing work. She does amazing work. I think she got an Etsy page too. So make sure y'all show her love. She does amazing work. Let me go to her artwork page. All right, here we go. D. Sarai Art. She is fire. She is fire. She does comic book inspired art. She is one of the best doing it in the city. One of the best. She is one of the best doing it. She do a lot of stuff for the Sixers. She do stuff for the Phillies. You know what I mean? Like she's fire. She's fire. She's one of the best, man. So what I'm going to do is I want to look like she does comic book inspired art. It's so dope. Like look at this, man. This is fire. I love her. I love her artwork. That's where I got this piece from. I ordered it from her Etsy shop. So let me show you her. She does stickers and all that kind of stuff. She's fire. Let me see if I can bring up her Etsy shop. Give me a second. I want to show love to her, man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the chat too. Let me do that. Put the link in the chat. Copy. All right, there we go. So I dropped the link to her Etsy page. She does hella work. Give me a second. I want to show her love, man, because love don't cost a thing these days. Some people act like it do, but it don't. All right, here's her Etsy page. When I say the stuff is fire, it's fire. All right, here we go. So look at this stuff, man. Like she got a GTA Philly sports cover print. Like I said, she got stickers, the posters. She got a print for Jason Kelsey. Just look at this. Look at this stuff, man. Look at this. This is just fire. Look at this. Her work is so dope, man. Her Eagle stuff is fire. Let me see if I can find the poster that she made from like back in the day. She made it years ago, a couple years ago. But yeah, like just look at this stuff, man. Like she's a hell of an artist. She's a hell of an artist. So shout out to her. Shout out to her. I think her name is Dewani, but her art name is D Sarai Art. D Sarai Art. So yeah, man, shout out to her. All right, so she posts a lot of her stuff on Twitter, Eagle Slayer. But yeah, anyway, yeah, man, I really appreciate all the love you guys have been providing all day, man. This show has been tremendous. This has been one of the funnest shows that we've had. We had a lot of people come on, talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, we had our resident Commanders fan, James Jones, come on. We had a lot of people donate to the channel and invest in me. You guys are awesome. That's all I can say, man. You guys are really tremendous, and there's no other which way to describe it. So I'm going to get out of here. We've been live for almost 2.5 hours, and it's been one of the best live streams that we've had over the past couple of weeks. So the content is going to continue to flow. Like I said, if I can't go live, I'm going to always try to give you guys at least 2 videos to watch. I'm never dropping anything on Sundays. I try to take the Sundays to just relax and kind of regroup and kind of game plan. So always just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for content from me Monday through Saturdays. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Be it if it's an hour live stream, a 2-hour live stream, a 3-hour live stream. If I can't go live, I'm going to drop a couple videos. But you guys are always going to get the content from me Monday through Saturday. Just keep looking. And if I can't drop, if something does come up that's unforeseen, I'm going to always post something in the community chat. I'm going to post something on Twitter so you guys know what's going on, because things happen and life goes on. So I want you guys to just know that you guys are always going to be kept abreast about what's going on the Chalk It Up Sports Network. So again, I appreciate the love. Stay humble, stay healthy, stay hungry. I'm your guy, Tone DeShields II. You guys were locked in on another dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.